My name is Roughton, and this is my summary of learning video for Post 4225H, Globalization and the Politics of Work. So this course has been a real eye-opener for me. One of my majors as a student is politics, but I came into this course knowing next to nothing about economics. For instance, both the neoclassical and Keynesian theories, and the terms for little things like the multiplier effect, austerity measures, Boehm's cost disease, etc., were completely new for me and I found them really interesting. The interrelation between the profit-driven market economy, the care-motivated social economy, and the regulatory state economy was a useful framework to always have brought up as a way to interpret issues of inequality and pathways of influence, especially along the lines of how paid work has historically been largely dependent on unpaid work in the domestic spheres. So there are three things that this course has given me a newfound appreciation for. One, this course had the most readings of any class I've ever taken, which was both frustrating when it came to the more dense readings, but enjoyably challenging for others. I personally found some of the first few texts to be a little hard to follow, but others were extremely engaging and easy to become absorbed in, most notably the Keynesian readings and David Harvey's explication of Marxist theory especially, which I found to be exceptionally lucid. This has led me to step up my game in terms of my reading productivity and efficiency. 2. The policy brief assignment, while quite enriching, demonstrated that I had a lot to learn in terms of computer literacy skills. Being a philosophy major, I have had few assignments other than papers, so the visual formatting for the policy brief was something I had to adapt to and will need to continue to work on. That being said, I found the idea of explaining how the theories apply to real-life political issues to be a rewarding activity. 3. Communication is vital for group projects, and I learned that teamwork issues often arise less out of malice or genuine disinterest, but more so out of miscommunication, unclear work roles, and a lack of leadership and initiative on everyone's part, in a way quite reminiscent, in my opinion at least, of the bystander effect. So the course content that was perhaps the most impactful on me was Fran Osborne's 2013 study on projected job losses from computerization, especially its encroachment into jobs that require social intelligence that were once believed, certainly by me, to be safe from automation. This has made me reevaluate career options and the value and, for the most part, irreplaceability of high-skill virtuosic work. Additionally, Guy Standing's book on the rising precariat class, its implications for society, politics, and the despairing future they face, led to me undergoing a complete 180 turn on the idea of universal basic income. One of my presuppositions that was reconfirmed throughout the course is how much political phenomena is more or less the result of underlying emotional assumptions, such as the moral philosophy of utilitarianism underpinning neoclassical economics. Additionally, I gained a deeper appreciation for the fact that how one introduces and explains topics, and the way that they do so makes an immense difference. The video link sheet was an immensely valuable asset. I had always naively thought that economics was a bit of a quack discipline, like the job life coach, that represented a corrupt aspect of society in which, as a field, has a bad reputation for being unfruitful given the inability of economists to predict the Great Recession in the late 2000s. But as I went through the videos, I was immensely surprised to find myself being genuinely fascinated at studying economics, which was contrary to my expectation going into the course. I remember from the syllabus of a lower year politics course a quote from ancient Greek statesman Pericles, specifically, "Just because you do not take an interest in politics doesn't mean politics won't take an interest in you." I now realize this is equally true for economics, and I strongly suggest to Trent's administration that they seriously look into making this course ideally mandatory, or at least open to lower year students, if it is not already.